What would you do if the forest around your home suddenly turned into a wall of flames? And what if the one who saved you wasn't a firefighter, but your dog? Today, you will meet Ranger, a 3-year-old golden retriever who made a decision that shocked rescuers, stunned his family, and proved just how far a dog will go to protect the people he loves. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, do you believe dogs can sense danger before humans do? Now, let's go back to the night everything changed. Ranger lived with the Bennett family in a small cabin on the edge of Pine Valley Forest. Life was peaceful there. Tall trees, crisp morning air, the sound of birds echoing through the mountains. Ranger loved it. He spent his mornings chasing butterflies, his afternoons napping on the porch, and his evenings curled up beside 12-year-old Lucy, the girl who had picked him from the shelter 2 years earlier. But that summer, something felt different. The air was drier. The wind was hotter. And every night, Ranger would stare into the dark tree line as if he heard something coming. 2 days before the fire, Ranger began acting strangely. He paced around the house. He nudged the family toward the door whenever they tried to sleep. He refused to rest. Mrs. Bennett said, maybe he just needs a walk. But when she clipped on his leash, Ranger didn't lead her down their usual trail. Instead, he pulled toward the road, away from the forest. It was unusual, but no one understood the warning he was trying to give them, not yet. On the morning of July 14th, the temperature spiked. The wind roared through the valley, carrying the scent of smoke. Faint but unmistakable. Ranger stiffened. He lifted his nose, and then he bolted inside the house, barking louder than he ever had before. Lucy said, "Ranger, what's wrong?" But Ranger kept running between Lucy, her parents, and the front door. Barking, whining, urging, insisting. Then, the first explosion echoed in the distance. A large branch, dry as bone, snapped and crashed to the ground outside. The sky turned a sickly orange. The forest fire had arrived. The Bennetts rushed outside. Flames were crawling down the ridge like glowing serpents. The smoke was so thick it blurred the treetops. Helicopters roared overhead. Lucy shouted, "We need to go!" But Ranger was already ahead of them, barking toward the pickup truck. The family threw a few essentials into the back seat and climbed in. But when Mr. Bennett tried to drive down the main road, he froze. The highway was blocked with fallen, burning trees. They were trapped. Lucy began to cry. Ms. Bennett held her. The heat grew unbearable. And that's when Ranger sprinted away, disappearing into the smoke. "Ranger, come back!" Lucy screamed. But Ranger didn't stop. He ran down the side trail. An old hiking path he knew better than anyone. The family hesitated, but they had no choice. They followed him on foot. The forest crackled violently around them. Ash rained from the sky. The heat scorched their skin. But Ranger kept looking back to make sure they were still with him. Barking urgently, guiding, leading, forcing them to move faster. They didn't know it yet, but Ranger wasn't just running, he was navigating. He had already memorized this trail. Every turn, every slope, every fallen log. And at that moment, he understood something the humans couldn't see. The fire was pushing toward the cabin from 2 sides. The only safe path left was the river. As they climbed down the hill, Lucy stumbled. Ranger immediately ran back, pressed his body against hers and helped her stand. Then he barked sharply. A sound Lucy had never heard from him before. A warning. A demand. A plea. They pushed forward. Branches above them burst into flames. The world roared like a furnace. The sky rained embers. Ranger kept running. He knew exactly where to go. Just ahead, through a curtain of smoke, the river glimmered. The moment the family reached the riverbank, Ranger jumped into the shallow water and barked. He wanted them in the water. Now. The Bennetts followed. The cool water washed over their legs as smoke rolled above their heads. The firestorm hit the opposite riverbank like a tidal wave of flame. If they had been 10 seconds slower, they wouldn't have made it. Lucy held Ranger tightly as he panted heavily, his fur soaked, his body trembling with exhaustion. But he never looked away from the fire. He kept guarding them, even then. Minutes later, though it felt like hours, a rescue team spotted the family. They were rushed into a helicopter and flown to safety. One firefighter looked at Ranger. Singed whiskers, smoke-darkened fur, paws trembling, and said quietly, "This dog saved your lives." Lucy hugged Ranger and whispered, "You're my hero." Ranger needed treatment for smoke inhalation, but he recovered quickly, and the story of his bravery spread across the country. Reporters visited the family. Firefighters thanked him publicly. Animal behaviorists called it extraordinary survival intelligence. But the Bennetts said something different. He wasn't just smart, he loved us, and he refused to leave us behind. If Ranger's courage moved you, tell me in the comments. Would your dog protect you in a moment like this? And if you want more real-life stories of incredible pets, make sure you subscribe. Enable notifications. Share this video with someone who loves dogs. Because every week we bring you real stories that prove dogs are more loyal, more aware, and more heroic than we ever imagined.